Good evening, Patriots. Mr. Shellhus here, head of school, and I want to congratulate you on the successful and exciting conclusion to a winter sports season that I never would have dreamt we would have been able to have back in August. The fact that wrestling, basketball, swimming, diving, and hockey actually occurred in the middle of a pandemic is a non-sectarian miracle, and it is a sign of just how dedicated your coaches, our athletics team, and of course you and your families are to making sure that we are safe and smart during this time. So congratulations on an awesome season. Even if I was only watching you on live streaming at times, know that I was cheering loudly every step of the way, and just really proud of the way that you comported yourself during this complicated time, always giving your all, as we would expect from our Patriots. So congratulations on a great winter sports season. Thank you for representing GA with your whole heart and your whole mind and your whole body. You always make me the proudest head of school. Congratulations again, and I wish you a fantastic Winter Sports Awards evening. Thank you.
Hey, champs, good evening. Dr. McKean here, and I wanted to say thank you for an amazing season. It was the boys varsity basketball game was the first one I saw for this winter sports season. And I just had this feeling as I walked into that gym, as I walked in, someone was just sinking a 3-pointer as I came in the door, and it felt so normal. It felt so wonderfully and beautifully normal to watch all of you out there on the court. And it's something that I've missed so much this year, just not being able to connect with people on the sidelines of a game. And you made it happen. And I know that it wasn't the season that anyone would have anticipated. I know or can only imagine that running around in a mask is not the most comfortable way, but you all persevered, and the resilience that you demonstrated in that moment gave something to us at GA in being able to watch you and being able to be inspired by you and teaching us how valuable that opportunity for play is. So I want to congratulate all of you. I especially want to say thank you to our seniors for leading us through such an extraordinary season, and that being your last one here at GA. What a momentous way to remember your athletic careers here. And for the younger members of our teams, I look forward to something that is hopefully going to feel much more normal when we come back together for another great season next year. But in the meantime, thank you so much.
Good evening. I'm Tim Ginter, the Director of Athletics, and I would like to welcome all the student athletes and their families to the 2021 Winter Sports Awards. Well, another season is in the books. Tonight is important for many reasons, but none more important than to say thank you to all the student athletes and the coaches for doing everything that needed to be done in order to pull off a winter sports season. Thank you for your sacrifices. Thank you for your hard work. Thank you for your buy-in, because quite frankly, without that, we would not have been able to do what we were able to do. Last week, I couldn't help but think back to conversations I had with people in the late fall and early winter. Conversations that specifically revolved around winter sports. Could we play activities inside? Would it be safe? Would it be smart? If I would have told those people in November that we were going to have 2 wrestling tournaments and play 3 ice hockey games, they would have laughed at me. But we did it. Through all the concerns, second guessing, and rising levels of anxiety, I was reminded time and time again why I love this job and why I love sports. I was reminded that sports teach us so much about ourselves. They reveal areas in which we need to improve, and they lay the foundation for us to handle adversity. I was reminded how great student athletes are at Germantown Academy. Throughout the winter season, our students played sports every day with masks on inside. You have to really love your sport in order to do that. I was reminded that one of the greatest things about sports continues to be the you never know factor. There are events that you know are probably going to happen, like scoring records, but you allow yourself to get caught up in the moment. How many games is it going to take? Will it be tonight? There's greatness that you don't really expect to happen on a certain day, and then boom, a 30-year-old swim record falls. There are teams that leave you wondering at the end of the season, I wonder what would happen if they had just a few more games to play. And you find yourself daydreaming about future greatness, right? Wait till next year. But maybe most of all, I was reminded time and time again that deep down, I'm still the 10-year-old boy that would run downstairs every morning and open up the newspaper to read the results, hoping I didn't miss something great the night before. This was not necessarily the winter that we wanted, but it truly was a great winter season. Tonight's program is going to begin with boys basketball.
Hi, this is Matt Dolan, head boys basketball coach. Would like to take a few minutes to reflect on the season that just occurred. But before we do that, we have many people to thank for even allowing us the opportunity to play this winter. It starts with Mr. Shellhouse. We appreciate the leadership that he displayed, especially over the course of the last calendar year in regards to the pandemic, and especially fighting for our student athletes and coaches and allowing us the opportunity to play this winter. I want to thank our athletic department, Mr. Ginter, Ms. Carroll, Mr. Jeba, Ms. Suplee, for the time and energy that they've put into figuring out the finer details of pulling off this season. And especially Mr. Ginter and Ms. Carroll. Every week they're meeting with the athletic directors in our league and being able to find the answers that we need in order to pull this thing off. And we appreciate their time. To our school nurse, Miss Lori Andrus, a thankless job. Her communication, her guidance, her support was greatly appreciated throughout the course of the season. We're really fortunate and lucky to have her here at Germantown Academy. To Mr. Kramer and Mr. McCabe, our athletic trainers, the support that they have for our guys and making sure they're ready to practice in games. We greatly appreciate their time. Mr. Lance Stewart sets up the gym for us on game days, and even more importantly this year, first year with a shot clock and helping us navigate that. All the behind the scenes work that he does not go unnoticed. We only had senior parents being able to be in the gym, so we had a lot of families that were not able to see their sons play live. And so we do want to shout out Carla and Tom and our media team for being able to pull off a live stream, and want to give a special shout out to Corey Miller, who's a junior, did an exceptional job for us all year, was unbelievably prepared to the point where he was coming to most of our practices, enriched our game day experience with the way that he was a PA announcer and or during the live stream doing the play-by-play. And we are really fortunate to have him for one more year. I want to thank Mr. Shaughnessy and Mr. Donahue for doing the game clock and the shot clock. Again, another thankless job. If we don't have them, we can't play. We have terrific managers. Unfortunately, we do have 3 seniors that we're going to have to say goodbye to, Faith, Thomas, and Yolanda. A thankless job. All the time and energy and attending every practice. They were awesome, and we wish you well in your future after you graduate Germantown Academy. To Summer, Dylan, and Ari, we're excited to have you back and appreciate the time that you spent over the last season that I know had a lot of challenges. To my coaching staff, don't probably thank them enough for the time and energy that they give us, the wonderful role models that they are for our program. We're really lucky, and I'm really lucky to have them and hopefully continue to have them for years to come. In regards to the season, I want to start with JV first. Coach Holliday, Coach Shea, Coach Bosler did an exceptional job coaching in a pandemic and getting our guys to compete. And I thought over the last few games especially got the results that we needed and got better. For the varsity group, a unique, challenging, yet grateful opportunity in reflecting on our season. Really fortunate to play 9 games. It was a resilient group, had a couple stop restarts, but in large tribute, especially to our senior class, we were able to stay level-headed and go out there and compete, and I thought got better throughout the course of the year. To our seniors, Jake, Jerry, Dean, Jordan, and Hayes, exceptional people, terrific basketball players, and wonderful teammates. I think the best compliment I can give is we're not going to fully appreciate all that they gave for us until a couple of years go by, and there's a void there. And again, I say that in the most complimentary way. We could always count on them. They were a fun group to coach, and we are certainly going to miss them. I do want to make a special note to one of our seniors, Jordan Longino, who during the course of this season broke the all-time boys basketball scoring record, a tremendous achievement. I think it's a record that was for 30 years and may continue now and not be broken for another 30 years. All the time in the gym that Jordan had spent, it's certainly earned and well-deserved. And after the Malvern Prep game, when that record was broken, I also want to make note of the selfless group that we have. I was really proud of our guys for how genuinely happy they were for Jordan. And that's attributed certainly to Jordan's ability to build relationships, but for our selfless group to think of that moment, that special moment, and be happy for someone else. Again, a great reflection on our entire group, and they were a joy to coach. We're only going to give out one award this year. It was a unique year. We only played 9 games. The award that we're going to give is the Coaches Award. We're presenting this award to our 5 senior captains, Jake, Jerry, Dean, Jordan, and Hayes. Their discipline, ability to be coached, and the terrific role models that they were to our younger guys made this an easy decision. And we appreciate all of their efforts. Thank you for watching, and best of luck to our spring sports teams as they begin.
The girls' varsity basketball team was led by senior co-captains Jessica Moore and Charlotte DeLello. Jessica is a 2-year starter and a McDonald's All-American nominee. Jessica is also a 4-year varsity athlete. Charlotte has served as both basketball and softball captain and plans to play basketball next year at Ursinus College. Charlotte will be missed, as well as her fish mascots that somehow got past the COVID crew at the entrance of the gym and joined us on the bench for all home games. We did have some fans. Elise Miguel is our 3rd senior. Elise is a natural athlete who joined the program for the first time as a senior. She has captained the swim and the lacrosse teams on campus and will attend Marquette University on a lacrosse scholarship. Additional varsity members include juniors Lily Funk, Bree O'Hara, Alexis Goodrich, sophomores Kendall Bennett, Josie Munson, freshmen Jenna Aponic, Jessica Aponic, Isabella Casey, Basha Harrington, and Sam Wade. The junior varsity roster includes Alyssa DePaul, Maddie Donches, Madison Carest, Tati King, Ava Cranack, Abigail Marino, Emma Merrill, Shay Sawyer St. Clair, Xander Shallow, Kayla Sweeney, and Captain Lucia Schmigel. I'd also like to thank our coaches, Andre Struthers, Misha Horsey, and former graduates Elle Stauffer and Aaron Lindahl. Our Coaches Award is called Somebody's Hero Award. This player demonstrated contagious energy and high character throughout the season. This year's recipient is Charlotte DeLello. The Captain's Award is presented to the teammate in the opinion of the captains, who displays consistent hard work and dedication to the overall success of the team. Our recipient is Alex Goodridge. The Alexa Gallagher Award is a permanently endowed honor that annually recognizes the leader who best emulates athletic excellence, passionate spirit, and team-oriented vision of former basketball captain Alexa Gallagher. Tonight, we recognize Lily Funk. The Most Outstanding Defensive Player Award recognizes the player who led the team in rebounds and blocks. This year's recipient is sophomore Kendall Bennett. The Most Outstanding Offensive Player Award recognizes the player who was our leading scorer and shot 45% from the floor. This year's recipient is senior Jessica Moore.
What if we were wrong this whole time? Wrong in thinking that joy happens only at the end. After the sacrifice. After the commitment. After the win. What if happiness has always been there, fueling the run toward greatness? It's not a distraction, but instead something more vital. What if joy is the whole game, not just the end game? So ask yourself, are you happy because you win? Or do you win because you're happy?
Good evening, everyone. My name is Matt Rominger, head ice hockey coach at Germantown Academy. I want to begin my remarks tonight by expressing my gratitude to the folks behind the scenes that made our season possible. First, Tim Ginter and his staff of Matt, Dakota, Josh, Joe, and Lance for all of their work and support of our team. Our trainers, Josh, Bruce, and their graduate assistants, keeping our student athletes safe and prepared. To Nurse Lori and her team, Dan Houston, Steve Dolan, and the security staff, our head of school, Rich Shellhaas, and upper school head, Molly McKean, for their support of our endeavors. Special thanks to Coach Miggs for his tremendous work in supporting our students with the strength and conditioning programs, an incredible asset to our team this year. To my assistant coaches, Calvin Frederici and Delane Doyle, for their unwavering support of me, the student athletes, and their families, we are incredibly indebted to you for your time and energy this season. Additionally, I want to offer my thanks to all the student athletes and their families for their time, energy, and sacrifices made to ensure that we were able to get on the ice this season. And while it was nowhere near the season that we envisioned or yearned for, it allowed us to deepen our appreciation for one another and appreciate the time spent as a team. I'd like to start by acknowledging the team now. First, our managers, Phoebe Caffey and Grace O'Malley, thank you. And to the team, Colin Rink, Chance Dooley, Richie Podolka, Riley Malone, Lucy Fassler, Danny Hernandez, Hayden Bonchek, Kayla Deletto, Rocco Apoldo, Drew Schwartz, David Werther, Dominic Sapatelli, Elena Steck, Jake Dirks, our leadership group and captains, Ryan Ramler, Nikki Salduti, Matt Cho, and Parker Chisholm. At this time, I'd like to acknowledge the special award winners from the 2020-2021 ice hockey team. The 4-year varsity letter winners are Nikki Salduti, Parker Chisholm, and Matt Cho. The Most Improved Player Award. For the past 3 seasons, this student athlete dedicated himself to the game and always put the team first. He's an impressive young man with undoubtedly a bright future ahead. Congratulations, Ryan Ramler. And 4 coaches awards will be distributed tonight. First, Dominic Sapatelli. Dom is the backbone of our team, our #1 goaltender, who works harder than just about anyone, a true student of the game, and whose leadership, maturity, and selflessness does not go unnoticed by any of his coaches. Congratulations to Dom. Further, Coach's Award goes to Nick Salduti. Nick's easygoing attitude and demeanor, coupled with his skill set, hockey IQ, will be sorely missed in the coming years. Nicky's passion for hockey and personality in the room is something that we will always remember from his impact on the team and program. Matt Cho. Matt's speed, elusiveness, and deceptiveness on the ice are really unmatched. He plays with incredible heart, tenacity, and toughness, leaving everything on the ice every single shift, and we cannot thank him enough. Finally, Parker Chisholm. Parker endured a junior season cut short by injuries and a senior season disrupted by a pandemic. Through it all, he maintained a high level of commitment and positivity. We acknowledge Parker's leadership, strength, hockey sense, and ability to connect with opposing players and teams. We will miss all of our seniors, and congratulations to all the award winners, all of the winter athletes, and especially to the 2020-2021 ice hockey team. Thank you for your time.
Hello, and welcome to the 2021 Swimming and Diving Sports Awards. My name is Jeff Thompson. I'm the head swimming and diving coach at Germantown Academy. Well, this season has been nothing like any of us had anticipated it being like 12 months ago. I know that 20 years from now, we're all going to look back on this season with fond memories. There's no doubt that we have grown as people, and our grit, our resilience, and our teammanship have never been tested more than they have been this season. This season, I'm incredibly proud of how our team has persevered through a winter swimming and diving season in the heart of a global pandemic. We not only persevered, we accomplished all our goals that we set out to accomplish at the beginning of the season. Those goals were to have a great senior recognition, which we were able to do, to get through the season healthy and safe, which we also have accomplished. And our third and final goal was to set ourselves up for a great 2021-2022 swimming and diving season at Germantown Academy. And I am confident that we have accomplished that as well. Again, while it wasn't a season that we had planned for, it was a season of growth, a season of achievements, and a season full of great memories. Well done, Patriot Nation. I am proud of you and thank you. Speaking of thank yous, I have a few special thank yous this evening. I'd like to thank Mr. Ginter and his athletic department team, Mr. Shellhouse, and all of our swimming and diving parents. Thank you for providing us with a safe and fun season. It truly took a village to navigate a season during a global pandemic. And to our coaches, thank you. I'm not sure there's another coaching staff on the planet that is as amazing as the one we have here at Germantown Academy. Coach Tommy Henniger, our head diving coach, and assistant swimming coaches Nina Smith, Patrick Kennedy, Matthew Cox, Donnie Brush, and Mike Koziel. I love sharing the pool deck with each of you every day. Thank you for all you do for our student athletes at Germantown Academy. And to our captains, thank you. Thank you for your leadership in and out of the pool. Caroline Antonacio, Lily Acker, Nicole Reniel, Jack McKetta, Henry Morrissey, Patrick O'Hara, and Griffin Hensey. You all made the program better with your leadership. Thank you. And now I would like to move on to the awards section of our presentation. I'd like to recognize our varsity letter winners from this year, and I will begin with our freshman class. Our freshmen boys varsity letter winners: Alex Brereton, Landon D'Ariano, Brendan Hodgins, Nicholas O'Hara, Aiden Trabosh, and Andy Zhao. Our girl varsity letter winners for our freshman class: Taylor Grimley, Samantha Kostakis, Cece Leone, Issa Lee, Melina Lucarini, my apologies, Quinn Monahan, Maggie Morrissey, Claire Murray, Caitlin Picorni, and Samantha Rofsky. Our sophomore letter winners from the boys team: Stephen Calabro, JJ Freeman, Chaz Merja, and Asher Sasson. The varsity letter winners for our girls team: Ella De Cardona and Julia Fitzpatrick. The varsity letter winners from our junior class from our boys team: Hassan Ayub, Jack McKetta, and Henry Morrissey. And our junior class of girls: Lily Acker, Charlotte Harriban, Lucy Harriban, Lindsay Landmesser, Olivia Pacitti, Nicole Raneal, Molly Thompson, and Paige Whitman. And finally, I would like to recognize our four-year varsity letter winners: Patrick O'Hara, Griffin Hinsey, Caroline Antonaccio, and Rebecca Vidal. Congratulations to all of you on a wonderful season. And now I have a few special awards this evening, and I would like to begin with the Coaches Award. The Coaches Award is presented to the individual who demonstrates sportsmanship, team spirit, leadership in and out of the pool, and a contagious enthusiasm for the team. This year's Coaches Award winners are Caroline Antonaccio and Jack McKetta. And our final award of the evening is the Donald S. Beard Award. The Donald S. Beard Award goes to a student athlete who best combines academic excellence with total involvement in all aspects of the aquatic program. This year's Donald S. Beard Award winners are Henry Morrissey and Nicole Raneal. Congratulations. In closing, I would like to thank all of you once again for everything that made this season possible. Be well, be safe, be great, and go Patriots. Good night.
Good evening. My name is Dion Lehmann. I'm the head track and field coach for the boys and girls winter track and field season. As I'm sure many other coaches are going to talk about during this presentation, it was an unusual season, and we missed out on the opportunity to do some things that we would normally be able to do during the winter season. We weren't able to have competitions due to limitations for indoor venues and just safety concerns around that. But there was a lot that we were able to do, and for that I'm very, very grateful for the weeks that we had together this winter training. I was so appreciative of the afternoons of hard work and positivity that our athletes brought every single day. it just was really, we were a small group for a track team, but with that, I think came the opportunity to really get to appreciate one another and bond with one another. And what's true is that when you work hard with other people, you connect with them. And I think that's true of all of our athletes. And you saw that with our sprinters and with our distance runners and with our throwers, that I think that they formed some really meaningful and positive bonds, which I think is one of the most important things about why we do what we do. I'm also appreciative of what we get to look forward to in the track program, and that is that we have another season coming. We have a spring season that we're looking forward to, and so many of our athletes who were training this winter can look ahead in anticipation of competitions that will happen this spring. And that's exciting, and all the hard work that our athletes put in won't go wasted. They will be able to really reap the rewards of that this spring when we go out there and compete against our peer schools. So I very much look forward to that. So this presentation for track is, for some, an ending of a season, but for many it's a midway point. It's a check-in point before we dive ahead into the spring season. So I'm looking forward to working with many of these athletes and getting to see them excel in the coming weeks. At this time, I want to recognize the members of the team and the coaching staff. And so for the girls team, I want to recognize, in alphabetical order, Foray Abenasawa, Sydney Cameron, Carolyn Connolly, Kayla Deletto, Sarah Feynman, Julie Gonzalez, Perry Irons, Olivia Jappi, Caitlin Lozano, Hannah Manusov, Claire Mateo, Aja McBride, Fiona McKenna, Christine Svida, and Taylor Weiss. And for the boys, Arthur Awasthi, Alex Badami, Robert DiDonato, Ethan Fiegels, Gavin Fontaine, Jacob French, Jack Galloway, Dalen Nwabazi, Keziah Patrick, Mateo Sariski, Jake Spain, Vance Thorpe, Mario Toscano, Pat Tronoski, Andre Vaba, Brandon Wang, Justin Wang, and Julian Wilson. I'd also like to thank, and very important to recognize, the head coaches, the fellow coaches who put in a lot of time this winter to having a great winter training season. And those coaches are Pete Jennings, Tom Jennings, Steve Mull, and Megan Toscano. At this point, I'd like to recognize also some award winners, and we aren't giving our conventional outstanding performance awards because of just the limitation of performances. We do look forward to the spring when we will be able to have some outstanding performances in many of them and be able to recognize many more athletes in the spring season. But we do want to recognize two athletes. We are giving coaches awards this winter to two individuals who worked tirelessly all winter, whose hard work sometimes goes unnoticed, and we wanted to make sure that they know that they are appreciated and seen, and they had a great winter being athletes on the team. For the girls, our coaches award goes to Julie Gonzalez, and for the boys, our coaches award goes to Justin Wang. Thank you for what you do, and congratulations to you. Finally, I want to end this short presentation by recognizing four individuals who were so important have been so important to our program for many, many years. Two of them, and these are our seniors, two of them are four-year letter winners, and I want to recognize them in particular. Dalen Wabazi and Perry Irons are four-year letter winners, and they'll be receiving a pin set for their 4 years of commitment to the winter track season. We have four seniors who have been long-standing track and field members who have been so devoted to our sport and who have kind of gone through an unusual junior and senior years of track. And I want to thank Robert DiDonato, Dalen Wabazi, Perry Irons, and Sarah Feynman for their commitment to our team and to our program. These are not only outstanding athletes, they are outstanding individuals who care about the team, who care about others, and who care a lot about this sport and have worked tirelessly for it. They are not only our seniors, they are our 2020-2021 track and field captains, and they were that for our winter, and they're gonna lead us this spring as we dive into the spring season. So I'm thankful for those four who, despite having such an unusual senior year, stayed positive, worked hard, and really led us, and so I'm grateful for them. And I look forward to that for the spring for them and everyone as we have opportunities to compete. So thank you for your time, and I'll hand it off to another coach at this time.
Hello everyone, my name is Josh Jeva. I'm the head wrestling coach. I hope you're enjoying your Winter Sports Awards night. I want to give a huge shout out to Rich Shellhouse and Tim Ginter. Without them two, wrestling might not even happen for the Interact this year. They were really the front runners in the head of school and in the athletic director meetings to really push for wrestling. And we hosted both tournaments that the Interact got to participate in this year, and I'm super thankful. So thank you very much, guys. I also wanted to give a shout out to our day-to-day operations in the athletics office. Dakota, Matt, Joe, Lance, Josh, Bruce, all of you guys, obviously super appreciative for what you guys do every single day and helping with running the tournaments and making sure everything goes smooth for me. I'm extremely appreciative, so thank you. Next, Evan Sasson and Asher Sasson, they were the technology behind the scenes for the tournaments. They set up the computers and the screens and the monitors and, put everything together and made sure that the tournament ran really smooth through track wrestling. And, so Evan, thank you so much. I'm looking forward to running more tournaments with you. And Asher, thank you for assisting. I appreciate it. Next, my managers this year, Gracie Hill, Ryan Ruane, and Henry Moyer. You guys did a great job from social media to cleaning out our team room and setting up for the tournaments, running the clocks and then also mopping the mats in between every bout. We couldn't have done it without you guys. So thank you so much. I'm going to miss all of you guys. I'm looking for new managers next year. If anyone has any recommendations, please. Next, I want to introduce my classes. So my seniors this year are Harrison Levins, Christian Coleman, Integrity Ritchie, and Kieran Devane. The senior class was phenomenal. They had a great career. They were two-time Battle of Germantown champions, three-time third place finishers in the PESA tournament, so they were the third best prep team in the state every year that they competed in it. And last year they finished sixth at the Prep National, so in the entire country of all prep schools, the sixth best team in the country. So really proud of you guys. You guys had great careers, and we'll have a couple of Division I wrestlers out of that class as well. For my junior class, Jake Wesner, standing strong. Thank you so much. Appreciate you, man. My sophomore class is Jacob Sasson and Jack Morris. You guys did a great job. I'm super proud of you. Thank you. And my freshman class, Anthony Lara. We're just going to get better and better, healing from injuries, and hopefully next year we're not. So thank you very much, guys. Now on to my awards for this year. My four-year varsity letter winners, I have two of them, and they're both my captains for the 2021 season. It's Harrison Levins and Christian Coleman. You guys led by example every single day, and I'm super proud of you guys. They both placed at the prestigious Powerade tournament this year, third and seventh respectively. So, they're headed for great things. Colleges are still to be determined, but looking at Division I wrestling. So, great high school careers and looking forward to great college careers. So best of luck, guys. My most improved award this year is going to Jack Morris. Jack won more matches in one day this year than he won the entire year last year. So I think that sets the tone for the award right there. But also, if there was one kid I had to name that really tried to implement the things that the coaching staff talked about all year, it would be Jack Morris. And he did a really good job believing in the things that we talked about and then trying to implement them into his wrestling. So Jack Morris, most improved. My Unsung Hero Award is going to Kieran Devane. Kieran wrestled up 80 pounds every single day to wrestle with Harrison Levins. And, he only got to wrestle in one tournament this year, and he got a pin, which was awesome. And you know what? He's just the type of kid to try to win every single sprint lap. And, you don't get to see those types of things, the type of work that goes on in the dungeon down here. So, Kieran Devane, absolutely well-earned Unsung Hero Award. So thank you. And my last award this year is going to be my Ironman Award, and that's going to Jacob Sasson. Never missed a practice, gave 125% every single time. Competed really well in both tournaments, fought his tail off, and even had some nagging injuries with shoulders and this and that, and just he pushed through everything. One time he went up to the trainers because he was like, I got to get this checked out, and he rushed back down and he asked me what he had missed so he can make it up and make sure that he did it. When it comes to ropes and sprints and wrestling really hard, Jacob Sasson, definitely the Ironman Award winner for the 2021 season. And last but not least, I want to say thank you to my assistant coaches, Arthur Dukowitz and Shane Hughes. Really guided me and helped me in my first season as the head coach of this program. And looking forward to the future. Shane was wrestling with Harrison all the time, giving up a whole bunch of weight, and so I'm thankful for that. And Coach Duke bringing in the treats, tomato pies and apple fritters, and putting 10 pounds on me. So thanks a lot for that, Coach. But yeah, that's all I got. Thank you so much. I appreciate you joining with us tonight, and I'm looking forward to the 2021-2022 wrestling season. Go Patriots. Bye.
This winter season would not have been possible without the work of a number of people. There's a lot of work that went on behind the scenes in order for this season to take place. Before we end tonight, I would like to say thank you. To Mr. Shelhaas, thank you for continuing to believe that we can do this the right way and the safe way. To the upper school administration, Dr. McKean and Dr. Torrey, the members of the athletic department, Dakota Carroll, Matt Dolan, Josh Jeva, Joseph Lee, Lance Stewart. The training staff, Josh Kramer, Bruce McCabe, and Joe Miglerese. The maintenance staff, the security staff, the cleaning staff, and our nurse and the nursing staff for all the testing that had to take place. I would like to once again thank all the coaches for your dedication and flexibility this season. Thank you to all the parents for your continued patience and understanding through the pandemic. And thank you again to all the student athletes for doing what needed to be done in order for this winter season to happen. Finally, I would like to thank and congratulate the class of 2021. I know this is not the senior year that you envisioned, but I'm happy that you were able to compete. I'm happy that you were able to get your senior recognition. And as I told the fall athletes, my wish for you is that 2020 and 2021 are not about what you weren't able to do and more about what we were able to do. You were simply remarkable this winter. Thank you, and have a great night.